Yeah, my name is Tunde Oderinde. I am the Deputy Team Leader of GEMS4 project, working on improving the wholesale and retail sector in Nigeria. It's a project looking at improving the market system, especially looking at the wholesale and the retail sector in Nigeria. GEMS4 is not just about buying and selling, but it's more around looking at the market system, looking at the support functions, and looking at how, as a project, we can unlock the barriers that has prevented the poor, most especially women, from participating in the wholesale and retail sector. Yeah, as the deputy team leader, I think it affords me the opportunity to work with colleagues who come in with their own strengths onto the project. We have people that are vast in the value chain development, people who are pure wholesale and retail marketing specialists, and some other subject matter specialists. Also, it affords me the opportunity to interact with colleagues that have strong M&A experience and communication experience, and working together with them to bring up a whole package. It's the most interesting thing, and for me, I think it's nice being part of that party. GEMS4 takes the work forward from production and at the same time presents the package in an appropriate way for the consumers to be interested in. And for me, I think a project working, midwifing what consumers will love, and at the same time putting smiles on the faces of people involved in production. It's just the missing link in the value chain of almost all commodities. For instance, our mandate is actually to take things from the farm gate and walk through the market system that could present such product on the table of consumers in the way they like it. So I can say that it's a project that it's looking at creating effective demand, working on improving the product offering, and at the same time creating the best way products can be affordable and available to end consumer. So it's an interesting project. Yeah, as an M4P project, there's no way we can get involved in the project directly. So we rely on partners. And also, since it's a private sector development project, it's more about supporting the partners to understand areas where they need to change their business model or additional investment for them to be able to optimally and maximize their own commercial gain. So working with partners is actually the bedrock of what we do, because we see partners as partners in progress, and they are the ones that actually take on the project even when the project winds down. So partners for us are key, and also it's more about their own business model. So what we do as a project is actually sitting and engaging with partners for us to help them refine their business model and turn the business model around, so that shows or creates what we call a demonstration effect for other competitors or other partners in that same sector to want to change the way they do their business as well. Yeah, for instance, if you get to engage with a partner and you're able to show them a new way of doing business, yes, to them it could be a bit painful because they need to do additional investment. But if that additional investment turns out to create additional jobs, that means that's opportunity for poor to get employed. Also, and bringing in efficiency into the way they work can actually reduce the cost of production of produce, and which means that the poor can actually make additional margin, all because people are willing to buy more of what is being produced. It's always about the poor, because the poor will form the last mile of consumption or the last mile in distribution. And if you can create effective demand as a result of our work with the partner, it means that the poor will definitely benefit. It creates opportunity for the poor to step into areas where before they find it difficult to play. And for us, that's what we actually look at when we engage with partners. Yes. Beyond just looking at the sector, one important thing is the fact that we're very inclusive as it concerns the women and the poor. There is no development if you don't develop the poor and the women. So on GEMS4, we've done a whole lot in terms of being inclusive with the women economic empowerment, and through that we have seen opportunities where women can move up the ladder, not just as workers, but even becoming service providers, or even becoming entrepreneur, participating within the market. And also another interesting thing there is building capacity of women to be able to overcome the barriers that have kept them under the lock of poverty. So through our interventions and our engagement with groups, women beyond just the economic empowerment have been able to be part of decision making at home. I think that is part of the successes of our approach beyond just the economic empowerment.